Well, this is going to be the final video on this Murphy TV. Pretty much going to wrap it up here for a couple of reasons. Reason number one, I don't often swear, but this fucking thing has just about driven me to drink. Not that I drink. Gordon, you're right. These things are a complete piece of shit, as you mentioned in one of your YouTube comments, because I have gone to the stage of fitting a brand new old stock Lopti to it because the old one was starting to fail. And guess what? The filament on the fucking tube has decided to go open on me. Just like that. So I'm not happy. In fact, I'm quite pissed off. Yeah. So after months and months of just walking away from this thing and just doing other things, life, and just, you know, we've just been through winter here. It's now starting to get a bit warmer. We're coming into spring. Well, I think we've had spring. I think we're into almost summer, but we're still having pretty crappy weather. But yeah, it's a nice, comfortable 18 degrees in here in the workshop. So it's, you know, it's a nice temperature now to come out and tinker. Yeah. So look, a couple of things with this. Before I declare this thing pretty much project over, project defeat, game over. I'm actually going to, probably after this video, I'm actually probably going to spend a bit of time taking all my new components out, including the new flyback, which I put in. I had two faults. Not sure if I mentioned in one of the last videos and one of the updates prior. After the set was running for about 20 minutes, the EHT was dropping, the picture would get dim, would bloom, and yeah, basically you'd sort of the more the set ran, the worse the picture, or the dimmer the picture got, and the more crappier the picture got. And found by adjusting the set EHT or boost voltage or width, basically, yeah, you'd find, you know, from cold would be plenty of adjustment, but as the set warmed up, you could watch the EHT on the probe just dropping slowly. But I thought I found it, and I'll show you on the circuit. I thought I'd found the problem. I started looking at the voltages around the EL36, and I noticed that, this 160 volt rail was dropping as it got hot. Okay, that's okay. So, okay, well, you know, it could be that, but maybe it's something else. So of course you change all the tubes, change the damper tube, and there's probably that wouldn't be that anyway. Change that, of course, change that twice just to be sure. The cathode voltage was okay, everything seemed to be coming in there, but yeah, that voltage was dropping. I'm thinking, okay, well, there's a 1 mic cap, a 0.1 coupling cap to ground and a resistor here. And I thought, I wonder, because that resistor was getting stinking hot. And I thought, well, you know, I wonder if the cap's breaking down. And using a hairdryer and a can of freeze, some lovely work down here, some quality craftsmanship soldering, and because I was taking components in place here. For the pretty much, I think, the first time, actually struck one of these mustard Phillips caps. As it warmed up, it started to break down. So yeah, I actually thought I'd found the problem, because I found by heating and freezing that capacitor, the voltage would change, and it would affect the EHT. It would basically it would affect things quite dramatically. So I thought, beauty. I thought, okay, well, I found the problem. So as you can see, I temporarily tacked a 0.1 cap, and I didn't. This resistor here was also. This resistor was reading funny. It wasn't. I think it was slightly. I think from memory the value was either a lot lower or a lot higher, but I didn't have a 5 watt one in stock, so I just temporarily put that one. So I put those two things there just to make sure that it was that. And it kind of fixed it. But after an hour of running, I could smell this horrible smell, and the picture started to take another dive. So I looked down and saw the flyback kind of spewing its guts out. And I thought, you bastard, you prick, you son of a bitch. So I thought, I'm not having much luck with this bloody thing. So I thought, well, okay, I've done all this work here, so okay, well, and I remember I had a box. Years and years ago, I brought a box of old Lopties off Trade Me years ago, and I was rummaging through this box, and would you believe it, I actually found a new old stock one. And it's like, choice, okay, well, makes no brainer. We'll put that in. So I did. The good thing is too, I actually I made sure that it was. I basically measured all the resistance combinations across the 8 pins, checked against that one there, and they're pretty much the same. Probably slightly different, but a slight difference. But I mean, in comparison, I've actually got some other ones. Actually, this is the box that actually came in. Actually, was here. So there's quite a number of flybacks in here of all various types, including a yoke. Yeah, there's quite a few of these donut Lopties, and I actually started measuring a few of these, and yeah, a few of them had different impedances between all the windings, and I just found the one that matched pretty close. So yeah, probably, so I mean, yeah, if I ever come across other sets that use these donut style Lopties, I guess I'm going to be okay potentially going forward. Here's another roller. There's a roller one here. I'm guessing you guys have probably never seen these type of flybacks. Well, you've probably got your own sort of flybacks in your native sets, but these are all made here in New Zealand. There's a typical sort of Phillips EN78. Is it EN760, EN78604, EN76804? Those ones that the Phillips use, or ones similar. I'm only just going by memory here, but there's even I think this one might be up. I think this one's here. This is definitely pi. I'd say this would be pi. It's definitely a pi line output transformer. Look at that, 26th of May 1971. I wasn't even born then. Another one down here. 3rd of September 1973. I still wasn't born then. I was born in 1975, if anyone was curious how old I am. And just turned 47 back in August, so yeah, not quite half a century old, but getting there. There's one down here. Looks like another crusty pie one. Probably steak and cheese. Oh, there we go. There's a pie here, a TV service replacement pie. I wonder what the date is on that one. I'm curious now. I can pull it out. Yep. Hang on. Just sorry about this. Just trying to do it with 2 hands. Of course, you never can do it with one hand. Oh, no date on that one. No, well, doesn't matter. Anyhow. So yeah, so back to this thing. Yeah, so I actually fitted the flyback actually during the week, just gone, and yeah, had to make some extensions too for the filament winding for the 1B3 GT, because that wire, it was that one was quite. The original wasn't long enough, so I just basically spliced it and just used the original filament leads to make up the loop, so it would get its filament supply, filament voltage, and yeah, the set came up with a lot brighter picture and everything, and all was going well. And then I had it running for about an hour, and then I was doing something else in the workshop. I turned around and thought, "Where's the picture gone?" Bloody strange, and sound was still there. I thought, "Oh, what the hell?" And I looked, and I happened to look at the filament, and the filament wasn't lighting. It's like, really? You really? Yeah. So I wasted no time measuring across the 2 pins, and I about 6.2 volts across here and here. But no, the filament decided to go open for no reason. Fucking thing. Yeah, so that really bloody shitted me, actually. I was not happy about that. I definitely swore. So yeah, if I put my meter across those two pins, and you got time to do this with one-handed. See how. Okay, let me see if I can do this. No. Okay. Oh, this is frustrating as hell. Hang on. Sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to get my. Right, so we're. So you go across those two pins. Across those two pins. Nobody home. Open. I've given the tube a whack and, you know, you've given the neck a tap and all that sort of thing, but no, nobody's home. So that is the end of that. So I am now going to strip this TV, take all the parts out of the put-in, and I'll probably take the main pig's trough down for scrap. I won't keep the transformer. I'll just pull all the bits of one off, and yeah. So yep, this one's pretty much game over, defeated. So oh well, them's the breaks, I guess. But you know, I've got so many more TVs to restore, and I've actually recently picked up a couple of quite rare color TVs as well. One of which I've been looking for probably damn near 25, 30 years, because we had one as a family TV when I was a small kid. Not gonna let the cat out of the bag as to what it is. I've actually got two color sets, which have in some ways have pretty much completed my color TV collection. I've pretty much there are a couple of sets I wanted to sort of complete that side of things, and now I've got these two sets. I think I'm kind of done. You know, in regards to color sets, because I've pretty much got most of the color sets, most of the color sets, apart from there's probably there's a few Sanyo sets that I haven't got, but I mean some of those later 9 series sets were pretty crap and the tubes never lasted. But yeah, in regards to my color TVs, I think I'm done in that respect. Yeah, so yeah. Oh well, I can't really haven't had much more than that to say. I'm a little bit ticked off, and I've already voiced my frustrations about that. But oh well, you win some, you lose some. You know, there have been a couple of other sets I've pretty much pulled the pin on. I was like, well, okay, you know, ones I haven't done any sort of videos on. I think, well, no, this is just going to be too much of a time hog, and I can see it becoming a ball and chain. So yeah. So yep. Anyhow, that's pretty much an update from me, and yeah, all going well. If I'm feeling motivated, I may do a couple of videos on the other two color sets. They won't be on the bench about to be worked on, but I mean, I can definitely give you a tour of them, and you can certainly see what they're like. And there's one of the sets in particular. I'm sure any of my English UK viewers will recognise it straight away. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to say. Anyhow, I'll end the video here, and yeah, thanks for watching, and keep an eye for any updates in the future. Cheers, guys. Bye for now.